Welcome back to Limbus Company Daily Mirror Dungeon. The Blade Lineage event is going on now, so it's time for us to do a run of the Mirror Dungeon using the full Blade Lineage team. Now that we've got 6 Blade Lineage IDs, we've got, well, an entire team of 4 Blade Lineage, which is pretty silly. So let's just give it a shot, why don't we? See how it goes, that sort of thing. You'll also notice that Mirror Dungeons are a little weird right now. You'll notice there's these kind of strange, geometric looking nodes, and these are the ones for the actual event itself. We go to one of these and you'll actually either fight something from the event or get an event from the event. Oh, I need to actually set the team. That's a good idea, isn't it? Sure, that'll work. But yeah, starting with the stuff to create the fusion gift, of course, Lucky Pouch, gonna see how that goes. And yeah, the new identities are super cool. Of course, a lot of most of the enemies are just, you know, Kurokumo and henchmen and that sort of thing. As you'd expect, of course. As you'd expect. But yeah, a couple goals for this run. Figure out what's going on. I have not done a Mirror Dungeon 3 run yet, but apparently there's, like, more to this than just, like, occasional nodes and stuff. Like, that's something about having him as the final boss choice. Like, you can choose to fight the normal final boss or to fight Kim, and if you fight Kim, you get bonus reward. Oh, you've been staggered already. Alright. Fair enough. So I'm curious to see how that will go. And also, I have yet to actually in-game see the animation take place for Yield My Flesh, Claim Their Bones. I've gotten Yield My Flesh, of course, but you need to lose the Clash to get Claim Their Bones. It's a 20-8, which is super interesting. Issue is, it's a little hard to lose that in normal encounters and stuff like that. You kind of need a focus encounter where you can actively clash with something bad. So that's going to be one of the goals here, in order to actually see how that's going to look. But from what I've heard, Lucky Pouch is insanely good for Yield My Flesh, because plus 12 counts as, like, turns it from a 20-8 to a 20-20. So it's going to become a 0 rolling skill you need to actually lose Clash with. I've seen this one before. If you save the civilians, we get like the ledger. This is guaranteed, so we're fine. And we're going to tell them we are the Blade Lineage. And if we use a Blade Lineage ID, we get a benefit for this. Like, it's guaranteed to do with Sinclair. And then we get the Black Ledger, which is just where you go get resources. Yeah, it's nothing too special. But there's, I think, a total of, how many was it, 9? I think 9 Yu gifts in this event. I've seen 3 of them so far, I think. Here to see what else there is. I know there's like a tier 3 bleed gift and a tier 3 poise gift. I was seeing them when I was restarting to get Lucky Pouch, and that's very interesting. Of course, all the EU gifts are assumably going to be event exclusive. Once the event ends, they're going to be removed from the pool. You'll still be able to get them from the actual Blade Lineage, like the mid-chapter dungeon. I mean, in case it isn't clear enough, if you haven't done the chapter yet, if you haven't done the mid-chapter yet and you're, you know, trying to avoid some spoilery things, there's going to be spoilers here. I'm not going to talk about the story too much as I would love to, because it was insane. I'm gonna refrain for at least a couple of days, right? I'll have to bring up... Oh yeah, I should probably bring up, you know, the classics. I'll be streaming on Saturday, of course. Saturday, 7 PM, normal time. For more Library of Ruina. Feel free to join in for that if you so desire. Could be good. But enough of the self-promotion. We get a shop now. Endorphin kit, alright. Dawn skill change? Yeah, we'll do that. Dawn is nice. She seems pretty good for a 2-star, I think. Oh, Faith to guarantee max sanity? I'll take that, sure thing. And, I don't really want to sell... I may want to sell this, honestly. It's not great. EU resource equals the number of enemies first turn start of an encounter. No, I should keep it so I don't get it again. If I sell it, I'm absolutely going to get that event again. I was going to consider selling it, get the golden urn for, you know, a net profit of cost along the path we're treading. But no, it's important to keep on to it, I think. Pride. Seems good. I think we did change one of Dawn's... Was Dawn's skill 1 Pride? We might change the Pride to skill 3. I don't know, her skill 3 is... Her skill 2 is Envy, right? I'm still not too used to these new IDs yet. Yeah, we got rid of one of your Pride for Sloth, but you do have a Pride evasion, so if we ever want, more Pride, we can always just pull that out. We do love those Pride resonances with the Blade Lineage team. It's great for this, swordplay of the homeland shenanigans, which buffs the power of our skill 1s and our skill 2s for Blade Lineage IDs, alongside buffing them even further with poise, thanks to the swordplay of the homeland non-specifying. But there's 3 different swordplay of the homelands. It's very interesting, that's for sure. Okay, let's see. You've got to yield my flesh, but you're going to win the clash, so there's no point. Unfortunate. Nice. Yeah, we're building up poise very quickly. We don't even have Nebulizer yet. We'll get it in time, of course, but... very wacky. But yeah, you'll also notice that because I'm running full Blade Lineage, I'm not using all of the new IDs because there was also Kurokuma Gregor. I'll probably do that tomorrow. He seems cool too. He's a 2-star. He's very flashy for a 2-star though, it feels like. I don't know. Sure, we'll take Curriculum Vitae, who knows, might help out. It's possible. Let's see. Okay, so we have a risky encounter for the end here. Risky encounters, as far as I can tell, will always be, Yun. Who is the guy that the Gregor ID is for, the Kurokuma officer. Yeah, there he is. The captain, that's the term. We're struggling a bit. I'm not really shocked. You're sync there, after all. That's fine, though. And Yun is kind of a threat. Him being mirrored is a little scary because, while he's not doing it now, he's got a really powerful counter. A 4-coin counter, if he's got allies alive. It's like a 1-coin counter that gains a coin for every ally alive, but maxes out at 4 in total. Yeah, this one. Rules of the Backstreets, it is scary. And on hit inflicts a bunch of bleed count. I don't know. It's done quite a bit of damage to some of the people before. Especially if it staggers and then it starts going through resistances. It's not a good time for us. You're hopeless against him. Makes sense. Speak to Slash, of course you don't have any Slash egos. But you can go for like a Mathos or something just for the Pride Resonance, for the funny. Sounds good. Whenever we get a 6 Pride Resonance, I believe, then we give Swordplay of the Homeland to everyone. Or no, I think we just need a 5 Pride Resonance to give Swordplay of the Homeland to everyone. If I'm not mistaken, simply because I don't think Merso can give it to himself. I think he can only give it to other Blade Lineage allies. I'll have to see, though. I'm not fully perfect on all of these gimmicks yet. But it looks like, yeah, no, Merso doesn't give it to himself. He'll give Swordplay of the Homeland 3 to himself. I say 3 because it's the one from the passive. Only if he's got a bunch of dead allies, though. Oh? Oh? Would you look at that? Like, hopeless for Yield My Flesh. Would be a shame if we were to do something with that, wouldn't it? Okay, for a second I thought Sinclair was just claiming bones on Jun for a second. Wouldn't have been nice. Oh no, we lose these. Well, we get to see the funny animation now, we counter. It's so cool. And because we had 7 poise, we hit 2 targets there, you could see. The other guy died almost instantly. But if we had 17 poise, I believe it was, then we would have been able to hit 3 targets with that. Because it's 7 per target, effectively. Now, you took a lot of damage there, but you didn't get staggered because of the fact that until the skill ends, this unit cannot be staggered from taking damage. Yeah. It's a little silly. You can see here, for every 7 points on self-attack, weight +1, max +2. Now, he did take a fair bit of damage just because it was a pretty strong attack. You're not the tankiest. You're decently tanky. Like, you're not insane. Like, 191 HP isn't, like, the most. But yeah, Downjin goes. As we get to see him at least once. There's a very decent chance we'll see him multiple times, though, because he, as far as I can tell, is the only risky encounter boss for the actual, event bosses. Want more Kokuma Goons? Yeah, using slash IDs is just going to be a great idea in mirror dungeons during the event, just in general. Simply just because there's so many Kurokuma Goons and they're all weak to slash. That's the thing. Because, you know, the event IDs are slash, so logically they make sure to make the enemies weak to the event IDs. Especially because we got a big multiplier. Every event ID gets a benefit. Every non-event ID that is Kurokuma or Blade Lineage gets a benefit. If you're running any Kurokuma or Blade Lineage IDs that were added before the event, such as, you know, Blade Lineage Yi-Song or something like Kuroku Hamlu, you get a 20% bonus modifier. And if you're running one of the new three, that being, you know, Dawn, Faust, Merso, or Gregor, you gain a 30% bonus modifier. So you can get a pretty big modifier, although it does cap out at 120%. So you can't get it too insane, which makes enough sense. Yeah, we're taking these guys out without too much of a hassle. Am I going for the rest stop? I am, right? Surely. I think so. I need to get the rest stop to get Lucky Pouch in, but I've kind of been going on auto battle. Not auto battle, but auto... What's the word I use for this? My brain... I've just been going auto with my brain. Okay, we're gonna have to pass an event, question mark, but that's fine. It's worth it to get the funny. Okay, you can pet the fox, Marissa. I know how happy you will be to do such a thing. But now we get the rest up. Use gifts, use these two together, and give him my lucky pouch, so that now our skill 3s gain even more power. And let's go. To fight some Inquisitor guys. Yeah. But yeah, you can see now, you can see at the top there, you'll my flash is a 20 minus 20. Oh no, I sure hate if you'd beat me with your adjust shell. It would be a shame if we killed you for that. No, we're not gonna do that first turn. We'll save that. We want to build up some poise first, surely. And we're gonna go full on you, I think, just so we don't bother with these counters. Seems like a logical enough play. Hello, Gregor. Hi. He's saying hello to me. Good boy. Should be able to build up some poise. Because if we can make it so we can use their bones on like all 3 of them by making it a 3 target, that would be pretty nice. I'll have to see though. You're gonna yield my flesh to that guy. He's going for a weakish attack, sure thing. One bluff and scatter. Don't want to flank the rest of that. We probably want to. Oh, he got so many strong attacks this turn, actually. Not great. Well, we'll do something like this. And then we'll redirect, yield my flesh, make sure we get the funny counter off. You know, they do some damage. It's slash attack, it's not the strongest thing, so I'm not too concerned. And unfortunately, we don't have a lot of poise, so it's only a single target, but it's still doing a lot of damage. Because Claim Their Bones gets the plus 12 normally. So the reason why Yield My Flesh is the minus 12 is because apparently that's just how negative coins work with gaining coin power. When you gain coin power on a negative coin, it makes the negative higher instead of making the negative lower, as you might expect. This is interesting. Kind of tearing through these enemies, though. That's nice. Acupuncture should be able to stagger the big guy. Nice. Then just these two left, and they're both staggered, so not going to be able to do much. All that sort of good stuff. And we should just be able to kill him. Like that. Hopefully. One of them might survive or something. We've got a lot of skill ones and stuff we're going for here, because we're going for the full pride turn. So it's mostly skill 1s, a skill 2 from Faust, and a skill 3 from Notice. If we kill that guy, the other guy survives, though. Only by a small margin, though. We do this, and it dies. Okay, what do we get here? More poise? Don't mind if I do. If you so insist. Now on this floor, we're just going to maximize the new fantasy event. So we'll do something like this, probably. Yeah, that'll work. Let's see, what do we want here? Nebulizer, I think? Yeah, okay, there we go. Exactly what I wanted, then. How nice of you, the game. Let's try seeing if we can get a skill change for someone we want to get a skill change for. Merso, get another Yield My Flesh. Don't mind if I do. And we'll do a Pendant, too, for a little bit more poise synergy. But yeah, so part of the glory of... Oh, I should probably read this. This is new. What? Yawn? Shimmering blue letters float before you. The way these similar words are ordered makes it difficult to understand what it's trying to say. To say what is right and what is wrong is not right. But to say that... But that is not to say that to say what is right and right is wrong is wrong. To say that... I'm not reading this. Doesn't want my impression of those words. What is it talking about? So it must say that what is right, what is right and what is wrong. It's really important to tell which is which. I mean, it must be said that what is right, yeah. Don't get on the garbage if you know, oh, it's just right by your standards, because some stuff is very obviously right or wrong. Who will speak? You got this? You don't, you got Tails. Thoro. Words say they're more from burning up fatally. Maybe it didn't like our answer. Nothing happened. Unfortunate. Well, we get a Pekatule fight now. And an event Pekatule one means it's a little bit special. Because for some reason in a single node of the main of this story for this chapter, we fought big Pekatule, so here they are. Look at that. Wrath question mark and Gloom question mark. Don't know why they didn't give them, you know, names. That's alright. Everyone here resists Wrath. I could bother with that, but meh. I don't know if I want to. We just do something like this, I think. And maybe next turn we'll go for like a claim their bones. Once we've got more poise, that sort of deal, right? That's kind of like usually the good play to go for. Also, hopefully we can upgrade Nebulizer ++ this floor. Would be nice though that we just need any Pride Resonance in order to trigger instead of an Absolute Resonance, because it's a little hard to get an Absolute Resonance too consistently without relying on like evades and stuff. It happens usually, but not the most guaranteed thing, especially when one of the people on our team only has a Pride skill 3. We just might have a Pride evade or something though, right? I don't remember for sure, but it might be the case. It does just kill that guy there just because she was using a skill 3 this turn. Which means she was going for a very strong attack. You resist Sloth. Should we try? Yeah, I mean, we should try it at least, though, right? I think that makes sense. Well, let's try seeing if we can stagger you there. Yeah, that's fine. A little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. Make sure we redirect you, make sure we... Oh, the character we don't... Well, that's not what we need to redirect. That's fine, then. Yeah, you stagger. Just because of the fact it's a skill 3 and it gains a bunch of coin power. That's the main thing. Yeah, we lose the Clash. Thanks to it being a 0 roller. And we have both these guys at once with to claim their bones. Nice. Good stuff. Very good stuff. What a funny synergy. You know that's why they made it a 12 power by default on like the heads. It's so that you could roll 0. They were definitely thinking about this. Hear pair of voices as you walk alongside a stone fence. The two travelers are both carrying blades. Oh, that guy's got a fancy hat. Oh, is it a Blade Lineage and Kurokuma guy just chilling together? I pity the people here. This decision of wing is absolutely for its feathers. There's very little they can do about it. One of them stands out, their clothing system apart from the locals. Maybe they're not from around here. Allow Kurokuma to make their way in here, that's too much. Wing cares not about its fluttering wings, all becomes insignificant. Sounds like they're talking about the current escort. More outsiders see, how convenient. Stop and check, turn face as usual. You're not wearing the garb, you don't appear to be peasants seeking to make some cash in the kiss in the back seats either. Well then, what do you outsiders think of the current climate? How should I answer this? This is what happens in the small fries getting mixed up in large-scale conflicts. It tells us we get a new gift from it, so of course I'll go for it. And yeah, you should be able to do this. You just need to. Okay. Ha. Sword carrying man Snickers. You answer with wisdom to my foolish query. Such musings hold very little significance in the city indeed. He laughs, then tears a task from his weapon before handing it over. Enjoyed your answer. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with Blade Lineage, show them this tassel. It'll be of some help to you, I can guarantee that. Okay, red tassel. I've not seen this before. Target is 1.5 or lower slash resistance plus 0.3. Alright. Sure thing. I'll take it. Okay, we can't max that out, unfortunately. Shame. What a pity. We'll upgrade Pendant, too. Might as well, it makes sense. I'm trying to press the button, there we go. And then we get a normal event here. It's not one of the fancy geometric patterns, so that's fine. If you can actually win the class this time, there we go. Faust got it. Now we've got to fight Papa Bongi. Strongest mid-chapter of history versus strongest mid-chapter of today, or something. I don't know. I don't know the bit. I don't want to kill you, dead. We'll do something like that. Throw that there. Throw that there. Might have you just ego up, get the pride resonance in the process, and he'll deal with the annoying attack. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, first step is always kill the chef guy, kill the chicken bucket, that sort of deal. Those are the ones that matter. The actual two bongies in the front I really do not care about. They will land some hits on us, and we don't care as much as we do care about dealing with the rest of the stuff going on. Right? The Odyssey had a purpose? Nice. It sure did, Otis. It sure did. I don't want to deal with her pocket watches, because in the actual, like, mid-chapter, Jen's like, oh, do any of you carry a watch? And then no one responded. Assumably it's just because Otis didn't, you know, feel the need to be like, oh yeah, you can, oh yeah, sure thing, random enemy guy, you can have a look at my watch's time. It probably means a lot to her. That's my guess, at least. Ooh, what a good turn to yield some flesh. And you've got enough police, too, that's nice. We'll try hitting those guys a little bit too. Acupuncture this. Decisive dies, slash series, that sort of deal. Hopefully we don't just kill you before we get the chance to yield flesh in order to claim their bones. But we'll see. Probably also didn't need to bother killing these other guys if we're about to use a 3-target yield my flesh, claim their bones thing. But that's fine. Don't want to do too much damage to Papa Bongi. We need to make sure we can actually get the funny off. Oh, slash series does too much damage. Oh no! Oh, that's unfortunate. We're just too strong. 5. Alright. And then we just logically just go for a bunch of attacks. Yeah. You definitely die to these. We've got a lot of poise on everyone here. Enough for you to perish. Oh, we actually got the 5% tails there. Sure thing. 25 rolling yield my flesh. Why not? Why not? I'll take this, I guess. Nothing particularly calls out to me there. Okay, looks good. Oh yeah, so we can see the final boss here. Either we can fight the normal final boss, which is, you know, it's either Fox or it's Centipede or it's KQE because it's Pierce Bloom, or we can fight the event boss, Kim, who is definitely going to be the choice for this run. We've kind of got a little bit of pride, and he's weak to pride, wrath, and slash, which is aka everything we're running. Don't mind if I do. Alright. Makes sense. Can't get the pride or absolute. That's okay. Still chilling, of course. It's just important to get the 3 pride resonance every turn anyways. Just so we can trigger swordplay at the homeland, get more buffs for allies and stuff. Because if we simply just trigger Merso's passive, which is the 3 pride resonance one, it just gives every single ally swordplay of the homeland, which just gives them more coin power and damage on their skills in exchange for having poise. 5 plus poise skill 1 and 2 keep them buffed, and 7 plus poise skill 3 gets buffed. Depending on the number of coins, of course, that sort of deal. We win with Yield My Fleshes against these guys, alright. Sure thing. If you say so. Our 20 minus 20, which is, I mean, it's not 20 minus 20, but it's rolling a little higher. Oh, you've made a crucial mistake. You and all your loved ones are dead because of that mistake. Yeah. That's how it goes. Cutting through people. I'm lucky there's not like, oh, if at less than 0 sanity, hit allies as well sort of deal going on there. Wouldn't make sense for there to be. It's not like this is like a distorted Kim, but still funny to think about. Yeah, you can't clash anything. That's fine because one of them is evading. We'll just have to ignore that one. We can get the pride resonance this turn, so that's nice. Actually, you know what? We're gonna hit the evade guy, because this guy's countering, and that's the guy we really want to just ignore entirely. I think that'll work. No! Oh, darn. I need to reselect my entire turn because of that. Hate auto battle, hate auto battle. I don't think that'll work out. I believe that's what I went for. Okay, you just die. I mean, that makes sense. You know, despite being bigger Pekatule, they're really not that much more of a threat. Which is pretty funny. We're also running Lucky Pouch on a Poise Blade Lineage team, so it makes sense why we're kind of breezing through these guys. I think we went for the skill lines of the skill 2 on Merso that time, that's fine. Probably just didn't even notice they were different. I'm not great at noticing the difference between the two, because they're both pride. Oh, they look different. That's for sure, but I may be stupid. You know how it goes. We'll do this. Yeah, it works. Okay. Oh yeah, and thanks to patches, there was like a patch after the update actually came out, and it just gave a free 10 pull worth of lunacy, which is pretty nice. Fixing some issues of some kind. Not sure exactly what was so egregious that it needed to be worth 10 lunacy. It looked like there was some weird stuff going on with like some of the cantos, some random things here and there. I don't know, it didn't really look enough for a 10 pull, but who am I to complain? I think some of the stuff on Merso was just bugged in general. Some stuff regarding the swordplay of the homeland, like not actually doing something potentially. I don't know. I think it's been fixed now. I got the 1300 lunacy after all, so logically. I mean, we'll take Phantom Pain for more damage. Don't see why not. Must be a tavern. Oh, I've seen this one before. Slashing is the way to go, and we just get +2 slash power up on all of our units. Which is a stupid benefit, but That's what it does. 1 slash power up. Blade Lineage or Kurokumo identities gain 2 slash power up instead. That was well. Yeah. These guys. It's simple enough. We just hit them with our slash attacks and they're gonna roll insanely high and they die and stuff. The usual. They claim everyone's is an instant kill. Everyone's got like 10 poise right now. So everyone's got like 50-50 crit chances. Which isn't great, but when we're rolling like 40s and stuff thanks to Lucky Pouch, it just kind of guarantees that if we get one crit, the enemies super die. And we love enemies super dying. One of my favorite. Yeah, we do this. We kill these guys, and it's simple as that. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed. See, one more normal fight, then we get an event into the shop, and then we fight the boss. Simple as that. Simple as that. With you, dodge. Want to get that swordplay that Homeland running, after all. But yeah, so another thing about Blade Lineage Merso is he's actually got a unique sanity condition. When a Blade Lineage ally dies, he loses additional sanity. That's the only difference, of course, so it's nothing too widespread, but I can actually pull it up here, take a look at it. You can see Blade Lineage allies defeat lose 10 regardless of the ally's level. Which makes sense given, you know, their camaraderie or whatever. Yeah, we just take them down. Get our pride up. Get the swordplay of the Homeland in the process, that sort of thing. And just take these enemies down. Kind of a shame how a lot of the gimmicks going on with Kim's like status effects are exclusive to Blade Lineage IDs. But at the same time, if you could apply these buffs to like Pirate Gregor's skill 3 or stuff like that, that would be genuinely insane. Just any poison units in general are super strong right now. I kind of want to roll for Merso. Is that insane? It might be. Faust, I'll take a Faust. These are relationship. I'm considering it. Like, sell some of this stuff. And grab it for, you know, 5 levels. That's funny. It is very funny. And now we're going to get to fight through the event boss of the dungeon, him. Who's not going to be too hard. The secret to Kim is, he rolls high speed and then you suffer. Yeah. Very little we can actually do this turn. We can't yield my flesh at all. So sad. You know, this is awful. This is genuinely such an awful turn. I'm just gonna crow's eye view this because, like... What do you mean we can only clash 3 things here? Ugh. That's fine. We're gonna crow's eye view next turn, bringing it better speed. And so Vampire Kim's whole mechanic is he's got like a reverse sanity system. Whenever he wins a clash, he loses sanity. Whenever he loses a clash, he gains sanity. And he's got exclusively negative points, so you really want to win clashes, get his sanity up so that he rolls heads and can't do much. The actual, like, normal Kim fight can be a little iffy when you're actually doing it, simply because it's one of those fights, like a lot of fights, where if the enemy wins a couple clashes, you're just gonna start losing. It's gonna snowball, you know. Nice. This will do a lot of damage, at least. Yeah, nice 300 damage or so. Alright, we can just one-side you. I don't want to, though. I'd really like to yield my flesh. And then I'd like to claim your bones. If that's okay with you, it's fine, sir. Nice. Okay. Alright, 60 HP left. Yeah, it's a little bit of a strong counter, in case it wasn't obvious enough. No, don't get me wrong, he is weak to slash staggered, and he is weak to pride, so makes sense too, and we've got some stupid ego gifts, but yeah. This battle's in our favor. Let this tide continue until we find a new home. A new homeland. Yeah. These new Blade Lineage IDs certainly are something. Mercer is the only one that's genuinely insane, but like the other ones are not bad. That's for sure. We don't have a lot of rest bonus because we're using these IDs, but that's fine. We get 230 Bloody Scabbard. Cool. Keep on grinding the Mirror Dungeon and I'll have plenty of Bloody Scabbard to get everything I want. Which is probably going to be what I do. Won't it? And my 9 boxes. There's no daily pulls to do today, of course. Thanks to doing them last night when I was getting the new event IDs and stuff. But yeah, if we pull up, not Star Buffs, the Yuga Compendium, you can see here the 9 special ones are at the foremost. These two, I know these two are the bleed and the poise one. These are ones you can actually, like, start a run with. Like, if we just kind of do this. We didn't get it there, but, like, I'll do it for the sake of the showcase of, you know, how it is. They're tier 3, so they're not the most common, but they show up decently. I saw them quite a bit when I was refreshing for Lucky Pouch, and I've committed, so, you know, I'll give it a couple more rerolls. Might just not show up, though, because I'm, you know, trying to do it, you know. But one of these times, we will actually see the new ego gifts in the starting menu. I think those two are probably the only ones that have a sin affinity, or the status effect affinity. You can probably find, like, any of them in the randoms. But, you know, I'd really like to prove my point here, if you'll let me game. Yeah, there we go. Broken Blade, ally critical hits damage, deal additional poise potency divided by 3 pride damage. Blade Lineage to poise potency divided by 2 pride damage instead. Like that sort of thing. I'm just being a little silly. I'm adding it to the compendium by doing this. Forfeiting the run. Putting explore the dungeon. As long as you actually enter the dungeon, it should add to the compendium. I think if you don't fully go into that point, it doesn't, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, that works for the poise one, and it also... Wrong button again. And it also works for the bleed one, I'm sure. Yeah. This will be the bleed one. But enough of that. Yep. We love Blade Lineage, especially after the event. They're so wholesome. But yeah, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!